Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Vechain, but once again, thank you for your continued support across the channel here. The comments, the sharing is caring, and really do appreciate everything you do towards the growth of CoinsKid. So it's all good. Obviously, we're having a bit of a correction right now, and this was anticipated. We're always truthful with you on this channel, okay? We always say what we see. It was looking a bit toppy and perfectly playing out to this wave 4 correction right now. Okay, we'll have a look on the other chart in a moment, but I just wanted to make you aware of this Elliott wave theory that's going on right now for Vechain. Basically, we're anticipating that it's carrying out. So far so good. Okay, so it's all good. I don't want you to panic. You may see it come down even more. Okay, I'm not saying, because obviously we can't predict where the bottom is of this wave 4. I know it's not necessarily as deep as the wave 2, but you know, this is crypto. It could continue to come down. But what you may experience here is not necessarily a V-shape recovery. It may be a level of consolidation where it sort of picks up a little bit, bounces a little bit, and comes along. Gets a bit boring, a bit stagnant, just like it did here, where it came down, okay, and then it sort of came back down, and eventually kissing these EMAs on the weekly time frame. This is a weekly time frame, don't forget. And always remember, on your side, it's time. Okay, people get disillusioned with they want instant profits and they want quick results. These things take time to come to fruition. Okay, and especially Elliott wave theory. I mean, this started last year, May 2020. March, sorry, 2020, after the corona dump, and then it started at initial wave 1, the second wave pullback, and then this mega wave 3, and this very large correction there. And inside this wave 3, that adds confluence to the fact that this is a wave 3, is these ABC corrections that we've got on the go. But I won't bore you with that at the moment. So far, so good. I'm just bringing a level of reassurance that, you know, if you do continue to see Vechain dip, this is all playing into this larger 5 wave, this final 5th wave that we've got going on for Vechain, taking it up towards that $1.50 towards the end of this bull run before we have this ABC correction there. So this Vechain, stay strong, stay positive, and most importantly, stay tuned. But in the meantime, yeah, it's going to get a bit rough and a bit choppy, and that's what the 4th wave is. It's a relatively deep wave, not as necessarily deep as the 2nd wave, but you can see it's pulling back. And I do believe, if we jump onto the other chart right now, I do believe that it is actually all our targets have been met. If I have a look at this, okay, so we have this wick down. This is the weekly time frame. What I'm going to do is zoom into the 4-hourly time frame right now for you. So, right then, diving into the 4-hourly time frame just here, you can see that Vechain carried out these corrections just as anticipated, okay? So, like I said to you, you know, always put cheeky bids on these targets, because you will see the bounce there. Look, boom, bounce. It did actually go down a little bit lower. If you look, a target just there was the previous swing high, but you'll always get that extra little wick down sometimes, especially in a larger correction just there. So that's beautiful. What a place to set some bids to go long, because right there, you know, from there to there, it's up 15%. So that's golden. Also, the opportunity that was there that I did outline in yesterday's video and multiple videos is once it loses this support, there was 2 targets. There was this support target here, go short down to here. Once it loses that target, go short from there down to there. Boom, all targets met. Okay, so full level of transparency with you in this channel at all times. I will always tell you the potential outcomes. You know, I see a lot of people on there, trolls, on the comments and that, posting particular things, and you know, you're not right in the head basically if you're posting things like that. I've not got a crystal ball. All I'm here for is to show you a level of support and give a level of support to yourselves, and show you where key levels of support that you need to hold and where key levels of resistance you need to break in order to advance. Okay, and that's simple. That's it's simple charting 101. Okay, when you start to lose key levels of support, you break down and you meet targets, and that's exactly what's happened here. So all targets been met basically on the downside. So right now you can see we've wicked down. That's a really nasty wick down there. Okay, that'll be a level of support somewhere as well. We will have a look at that in a moment, but for now you can see we're picking up. So what we need to see here is obviously either a full-on recovery, which would be absolutely amazing to be honest with you, and crack on with that extra 5th wave there, or a sort of level of consolidation. You may see that where you get a level of consolidation and backtest support. Okay, but what we do need to prevent is this bearish cross on the 4-hourly time frame just here. You see these lines here. This is the 20 EMA on the 4-hour, and this is 55 on the 4-hour. We do need to prevent that, because if we don't prevent that, Vechain is going to just push down even more, because what it starts to do, it comes up and it hits its head as resistance, and forcing it down to the lower depths to test lower support levels, and I will show you those support levels in a moment. But what we need to do is obviously prevent that, because what you got here is an EMA retest, and this is a potential that you might see from here. Okay, just I'm always going to be transparent with you. You may see this where the EMAs come together like that, and you get this repel, and it will slingshot the price over its shoulder, attacking these highs. This is a level of resistance right now, and this is your base level of support right now. Because like I said to you, if you lose support, it becomes resistance, and then once you break resistance, it needs to become support. So right now, this is your base level of support just here. Okay, so that's basically Vechain. Do keep an eye on it. What I'm going to do is show you the particular target that I think it may have come down to. I'm suspecting it's one of the daily, not even come down to the daily 55. I'd suspected that it might have wicked down to the daily 55 there, but it's not. It's just shy of it. And I just want to reassure you, look to the left. Okay, this is what I say about if in doubt, zoom out. Look, beautiful. This correction here did exactly the same thing. This one was actually deeper from the overextension there. It fell through the EMAs. It actually wicked down just under the 55, which you've not done yet. Okay, so it's golden, absolutely golden. Look at this wick here, how much it's been bought up. Again, beautiful. You are in a bull market. Okay, I can't stipulate that enough. I know a lot of projects are bleeding and they're going down and they're rolling over and stuff like that, but they are really overextended, okay, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at those particular projects and realize that they're overextended. Like I said to you, Vechain is lovely. It's growing organically, and look at it on the daily. It looks lovely. It's going up, rolling over, back testing the EMA, bouncing off it, going over, rolling over, back testing the EMA, bouncing off it. Beautiful. Until you start to form this, okay, on Vechain, where you get this bearish cross just there, where you do get this kind of real large sell-off, and it starts to roll, and you get that bearish cross there on the EMAs, on the daily time frame, and it starts to roll under it, and it's hitting its head, contributing to a downturn. I'm super bullish on Vechain still, and people will call me mental and mad for that. But until we get that signal, I'm still bullish. But what you're looking at here, like I've said to you, is probably a potential sort of level of consolidation on that deep wave 4 pullback there before continuation to the upside. And that is perfectly healthy. And it all ties in. Okay, with our Elliott wave theory. Just to reassure you, it all absolutely ties into a T. Now jump to the weekly time frame. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Look at that deep wave 4 pullback there. Boom. Spot on. Boom. Up there. Wave 5. Look at that. Wave 1. Pullback 2. Large wave 3. Pullback wave 4. And I don't want to disillusion you, okay? You could still pull back more. I'm not going to disillusion you, but the fact that it's doing what we said is beautiful. And do anticipate if it does start to collapse anymore, okay? Not financial advice, but if it does, you'll be looking for support on this line here. This is a 20 EMA on the weekly time frame. Holds that's beautiful entry in my opinion for Vechain if you're not already involved, okay? Not financial advice. So that's basically Vechain. It's doing exactly what we said it probably potentially would do, but you can always cover your ass with that by saying it's either going up or down, and that's basically it. I'm not going to lie to you. But right now it's out having this healthy correction. I know it looks bad, doesn't it? It looks bad and it's horrendous, but it's doing exactly what it needed to do, to be honest with you, for continuation and pulling that deep wave for pull back on the Elliott wave theory there. So as long as it holds these key levels of support right now, remember on the daily we've got the 55, which it's not quite come down to yet. So again, that's another target. If you was to see it come down any more, I would definitely put some bids in down there, okay, because I do potentially see it bouncing there, because you can see it's an important level of support when it's been up in this uptrend here. You see this? It's only fell through it there just after forming the bullish cross. You will see that a lot, by the way. When you see a bullish cross formed on a daily, things do overshoot and they fall back, and if they hold that and they come back through, that's a lovely signal in itself for continuation, okay? You will see that on most charts that have formed a daily bullish cross, where it goes up and it just comes back and it's like a slingshot, just like I'm saying on the 4-hourly time frame, where you get it coming together with the EMAs and slingshots it over, just a confirmation, and that's what you need to anticipate. Just there, look at the gap between the EMAs just there, okay? That in itself is a signal that you're overextended. You see that? Really overextended. So this is just a normal sort of rollover, back testing the support before marching on. That's basically Vechain. That's all I've got to say, really. So far, so good. We'll have a look, see if we see any potential trades. Okay, so like I said to you, your potential trade is if you do come down any more and fall through this level of support right now, which is 0.14168,228, okay, which is previous swing high just there. If you do start to come down any more than that, then do anticipate a bounce off that 55 on the daily time frame, and that's Vechain. So right now, if we can start to sort of get a recovery, I would expect you to hit your head on that as resistance right now, okay, and come back down. But what you do need to see and prevent for Vechain is this 4-hour death cross, okay, on the EMAs just here. We do need to prevent that, and because if you do get that, that's just going to push you down, push you down, push you down, push you down, and you've not done that for Vechain for a very long time. And I'll show you what happens when you do get that on the 4-hourly time frame. Do you see this? You've gone up, you rolled over, and you got that on the 4-hourly time frame, and it just pushes you down, which would potentially see you come down, consolidate, rest on that 55 on the daily for a bit, allow the weekly 20 to catch you up before continuation. So outlook, healthcare, bullish still. Correction, moving on. Take care, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with another Vechain update. Stay strong, stay safe, and most importantly, stay tuned. Bye bye.